Hey, this your girl, Bodied by Brooke, CEO of The Hidden Vault, and this is my story.
And we got the baby in the background for the people who might hear.
Yeah, Darren did bring his kid to work. I like that. True hustler of the year. Nothing gonna stop that there, huh? He's smiling.
So tell the world, I'm like, where you from?
Well, a lot of people that's local, they might know it as the parish. I'm from St. Bernard Parish, Violet, Louisiana. It's a small place outside of New Orleans. But ever since I was able to grasp life on my own, I've been in the city of New Orleans. I went to high school in New Orleans, which is lawless. But yeah, I'm from that small town.
Gotcha. So growing up for yourself, I'm like, how it was for you?
It was, it was, it was. I don't know what word I'm trying to look for because it was just all over the place. Like it was me trying to figure life out. I was raised by my grandmother. My father was always in jail, incarcerated. My mom, she was trying to work and make shit happen, I guess. It's okay I curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my mom was working, trying to make things happen. I was a grandma's girl, yeah. So I was always with my grandmother, but she's an older lady, you know. I was able to get over on her a little easy. But I want to say it was just all over the place. I guess as you ask me questions, I can, tap into that a little more.
Well,
But it was pretty
but
much
let's
all
get
over
into
the
it,
place.
because actually, both of your parents are like home and like but well and fine now.
Oh
Yeah, they in
yeah,
your
they
life.
together.
Okay.
They live together. I bought them a house. They help raising their grandkids. Things is really good now.
And so how did that feel? Like knowing about how you grew up, and but you became one. I'm like adult, and you was able to actually buy a house. I'm like for your mom and dad.
The feeling is kind of unexplainable, but I do want to say that's something I always dreamed of. Like, no matter, it was always either my grandmother, which God bless her soul, she's in heaven now, that I wanted to, shower gifts and everything on. Like, I used to just like daydream and go to sleep because I listen to music a lot, but it's most of the times I want to be, in silence. So I think a lot. I be having a lot on my mind. And I used to put myself to sleep dreaming about the day that I buy my dad a pickup truck because I love my dad. I don't care how much he was incarcerated. Like, he even raised me from the jail. So that's my heartbeat. I love my dad so much. And I used to put myself to sleep just thinking and dreaming of one day buying him a pickup truck because he loved pickup trucks. And the house never was a thing that I really thought of because I don't know, but it was just, I think of what people like. And my dad loves pickup trucks like he did. So I couldn't wait to do that. And I finally able to do it. So the feeling is unexplainable. Like, it's just, sometimes I still got to pinch myself. Like, is this real?
Gotcha. And so bring me to childhood, Brooke. Like, did you ever see yourself becoming one business owner, entrepreneur?
My grandma used to always say, girl, God got something for you. You special. She used to tell me how beautiful I am. She said I was going to be a model. It was just, she used to always encourage me. So I knew I was going to be something, but a millionaire, no. No, 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 no. I didn't see that. Not in my childhood years, but as I was growing, I used to speak it. I used to be like, I'm going to be rich one day. I'm going to strive to make this happen. But I didn't really see it as a child. My grandmother told me I was going to be a preacher. And lately I've been finding myself influencing, which comes with teaching. So maybe that's what she meant, because I didn't see myself on a pulpit, but it's kind of all coming together what she meant. But she always motivated me. So I knew I was going to be something.
Gotcha. So becoming one entrepreneur, but you also just mentioned before that you was a model. So like, do you remember the first time that you were actually booked for one modeling gig?
No, but look, let me tell you this. I remember when Tyra Banks came to New Orleans. I don't know if you ever remember that. They was hosting talent. I guess you had to go audition. And I went to audition. And they told me I was too short. I always thought I was a tall girl. I'm 5'5.5". I always thought I was tall. And they told me I was too short. Now, mind you, I was like 100 pounds. So I was very, very thin. But they told me I was too short, and that crushed my heart. So I said I would never try again. Like that right there, I was like, it ain't for me. It's not meant for me. I'm not a tall girl, Tyra Banks said. So, but I switched the narrative when I got my body done. I said I'm gonna be a Instagram model. You ain't gotta be a certain height for that. You just gotta have the boobs, the butt, like. So I was gonna do that. And then once I became Bodied by Brooke, I did see myself get a gig, but it wasn't for modeling. It was for hosting a club because all the men wants to see, a pretty girl with a body. So I did get booked for that. I think you kind of remember that, those days when I was starting out.
Yeah, you actually got booked for one. I'm like music video shoot.
No, a music. Oh,
I was there.
okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that's actually that's how I actually met that dude from that video shoot.
From the
He been
video
following me
shoot?
ever since. Yeah.
Which one you talking about? Because
I think his name is Tony Michaels.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the
Trill
singing,
Tony. Yeah, the
singing
singing
one
dude.
when we was at the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings me back. I was in a few music videos. It was local artists. Tony was kind of a big deal at one point.
Yeah, he was signed to
Boosie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my hosting gig was in Hammond, Louisiana. That was the first one. Pimp got me that gig.
Hey, but shout out Pimp from Head Connect for the people who don't know.
He believed in me. He did.
Gotcha. So doing that, like actually trying to find yourself as one business owner, like video vixen model, like actually what happened in your life around that time when you was like, you know what, I'm about to take advantage of my situation and like make this bigger than what it is.
It was a friend. I had a friend. But if we're gonna move, let me move back a little bit because I think we're kind of skipping a lot. When you say finding myself, it took me I'm 37 now. It took me like 32 years to find myself. When you asked how my childhood was, I did say I was all over the place. Like it was just all over the place. So my whole life I was all over the place trying to figure myself out. When I say all over the place, let me give you an example. I have 4 different baby daddies. All my children have different fathers because I was all over the place. I just didn't get it right until I got in my 30s. I was like 32. And what took me to really say, you know what, I have to get it right was when the feds came knocking on my door and I was stuck in jail. So I'm not going to say, because I started the Bodied by Brooke movement once I got out of jail, right?
You was on house arrest.
Yeah, I was on house arrest. And a lot of people, the movement started because of the body and a house arrest bracelet. So that's why I piggyback, because before that, my life was always all over the place. That's how I can explain it. Like, they'll ask am I an introvert or extrovert. I'm both. Like, I was everywhere. Right. I'm everywhere, and I be in my thoughts, and my thoughts be everywhere. So
bring me back to the day, the feds came knocking at your door. Like, did you think, like, man, it's all over?
Yes, indeed. I thought it was all over. Listen, I thought it was all over so much to the point where I didn't go outside. I didn't open the door. They came at 5 a.m. They didn't get me till 11 a.m. because I would not open that door. I would not. I just wouldn't because I heard when the feds come, it's over. So I actually, I stood in the house. I was calling everybody. I was calling my co-defendants, letting them know, like, listen, the people at my house, I don't know if they're going to come to y'all's, but y'all might want, dip. So I was calling my mom. I called my sister because my kids was in the house when they came. And I don't know why I thought I was going to get away with that, but I got my sister to pull up, get the kids, and leave as if the kids was inside by themselves, nobody else in there. They stopped my sister. And she said, oh, the kids was inside by themselves. I just went to go pick them up. Now, at the time, they didn't have a search warrant. They didn't have a warrant, like a house warrant. They had a warrant for arrest warrant, but they didn't have a warrant to come in the house, so they couldn't. So it took them to 11 o'clock to get that warrant. And when they came in, I had this bed to where you can't look under the bed. Like, you had to pull a mattress up to see under the bed. So as I was calling everybody on the phone, somebody gave me that bright idea to get under the bed. And I was like, they're not going to catch me because you can't look under the bed. So I picked the mattress up. I put the mattress on like my back. And as I'm going down, the mattress went down. And I was under that mattress for a little while. Then they came in and they looked. The house wasn't very big. So it wasn't long before they stayed clear, meaning nobody's in the house. I was like, yes, I got him. So then I heard them say, look under the beds. And I'm like, boy, they can't look under this bed. In my mind, I'm like, they can't look under this bed. So then it was like, bed's clear. And then I heard them close, and they said, pull his mattress up. I was like, They pulled it up, and they caught me.
Hey, how was your facial expression when
you could have got yourself killed. Why would you do that? I said, because they say if I go to the feds, I'll never get out. He said, that's not true. You'd have been out all this time. Because I wasn't a convicted felon. I never had, I didn't have none of that going on. So if I would have just went to jail 5:00 a.m. like they came, I would have probably been out by 8. Because I've seen so many people just get out. You do get bonds if you don't have a record in the feds, but they denied mine because I was considered as a flight risk after that.
Because you hiding under the bed, man.
Under the bed, Darren. Under the bed.
So, that process, a lot of people don't know, you was going out, you was doing video shoots and everything while on house arrest.
While on house arrest. Because I had a curfew. My house arrest was like I didn't have to be inside 24/7.
I remember you had a curfew one time.
I had a curfew.
We was drinking like I gotta be inside before this time.
Yeah, because I'd be like, I'm coming to the party till 6:00. I gotta go home by 7, get drunk, go home. But they gave me a curfew because I told them I had a job. I told them I was a model. I had things to do. So in order to pay the bills, they do allow you to work.
Right.
So my time was 7:00. And I always go out and do what I have to do before 7:00. And I made it work. But I started doing photo shoots with the bracelet on because at first I was embarrassed. Then I'm like, I'm an open book, girl. Like, it is what it is. I'm not about to keep wearing bell bottoms so they can't see this. I don't even like bell bottoms. So it just came to the point where I had took this picture with this swimsuit on and I lift my leg up. And I took like a little sexy picture with my thighs showing and my ankle. And the picture went viral because everybody wanted to know, why is this girl on house arrest? So that's what made the picture so, it made it a viral moment.
Gotcha.
And from then on, I became Bodied by Brooke.
Gotcha. So, around that time also, but I think you was staying in, Miss You, right?
Yeah, I've been in the East,
right.
New Orleans East for like 11, 12 years.
So, the upgrade, like right now we're in your house, but I want to know, what your kids' first expression was the first time you showed them, this house.
This house?
Yeah, but from the past houses they stayed in.
Them children think they're rich. The children, listen, I'm going to tell you their reaction from then, because we've been here 3.5 years to now. So then it's like, they're not like emotional kids. My oldest one, he's more of he's knowledgeable. So he know the struggle. My oldest one actually in the East, he used to help me steal water. He used to listen, my baby had that flashlight while I got the tool because I went to Lowe's and actually bought the tool. When y'all gonna turn this water off, I'm gonna turn it right back on. And when it's off, they went to school in Chalmette in the parish because that is a safe place to have your kids, not New Orleans East where we was living. So every evening, I'll go pick them up and we'll go home. But before we get out the car, I get my oldest son, go check the water, go check the lights, make sure it's on before I get your brothers out the car because they'll be asleep. And he'll get out and go check. If it's off, I got to go in there, get the tool. We got to pick up the little lid to the water meter. And then I get him to hold a flashlight, and I'm just using all my might because they be making it tight to unloosen it. And then the water come on, get the kids, and we'll go inside, take our baths, and go on about our days. So to answer your question, him knowing that, he was knowledgeable. The other kids, they just look at it like this their life, especially Meek, because Meek was born into it. But he know the struggle. He know when mama couldn't pay the water bill, mama couldn't pay the light bill. So to him, it's like he liked to take care of it. He showed emotion, and he was very excited. And now he's kind of like I ain't gonna even do this. My baby like the popular kid, like he is. So for him, it's like unbelievable. He had probably like the same emotions I have. For the younger ones, it's like now this house ain't big enough. We need a bigger house.
They watching YouTube and stuff.
Right. Yeah, they on YouTube looking for houses that they could have race cars in. So I was like, baby, it ain't getting no bigger than this. We is not because I wanted to be wealthy but comfortable. I don't want that extravagant P. Diddy life. Why I had to say his name, but anyway, with the houses that's like 20,000 square footage. This one is 6,000. So that's fine for me. But for the kids, they've been complaining lately. Wow. You give somebody something, they want something better. That's where it's been going. And I'm like,
hey, but you might have to start. I'm bringing them back to the houses where you come from, and showing them this is where you could have been at right now.
That is a great idea. I bought my sister a house last year in October, right? And it's a beautiful house, brand new construction, everything. I took my Toto. A lot of people familiar with Toto. I took him to see the house because everybody was so happy. It's my sister's first time owning her own house. It's all our first time actually. So Toto, I gotta laugh myself. Toto went. All of us went to our house, and Toto went to every room, the kitchen, the living room. He came to the side door because we was outside, and he said, "This is the shortest tour I ever had in my life." And I'm looking like, yeah, he said that.
Even a baby
so he was
laugh.
like, "This is the shortest tour," and I was like, "Toto, you lived in smaller. You had shorter tours. I don't know if you forgot."
He don't remember.
But he don't remember because he's only 9. Well, at the time, last year he was 8. And, when we moved into this, Toto was like 3. Not this house, but when I started my business, and we was able to afford better because I had a rental property with a 2-story house. So he was like 3. So he don't remember that. But he was like, "This is the shortest tour I ever had in my life." Now, mind you, it's not. But he don't remember. So I think that's a valid point, and I think I should.
Gotta bring him to the parish where you don't want to go ahead, huh?
Yeah, I have a lot. I'm traumatized by the parish a lot. Like that's where all my trauma came from.
Wow.
So that's why when you ask me where I'm from, of course I'm gonna say where I'm from. But
so trauma, I always speak about trauma, especially in New Orleans, because a lot of people don't realize like most people down here carry PTSD. Like from just having friends being killed or just knowing too much down here. Like it's like a unique city. And it's very small. So, like, do you want to speak on, like, any traumas that you ever had?
You probably would have to ask me a question, Darren, for me to get specific on a particular trauma. Because I just told you I was just everywhere. Like, I just was everywhere. I had trauma of having a boyfriend at 15 and him getting killed. I had trauma of a cousin potentially trying to molest me. I was sleeping. He was pulling my pants down, playing with my vagina. I had trauma of my father been in jail all my life. I had trauma of having to steal to make sure my kids eat, like in the store stealing steaks. I have trauma of stealing lights. I have trauma of stealing water. I have trauma of feeling abandoned. I have trauma of my mama leaving me when I was 16 years old and my dad being in jail. So my oldest sister, and that's why we so close to Wanda, because she had to raise me. But she raising me and I'm raising her kids. So she working, financially taking care of bills, and I'm raising children as if I have kids. So I have trauma of my grandmother passing away and feeling like I just have nobody left. I have trauma of my middle sister leaving and going to another state when I was only 12, 13 years old. I have trauma of Katrina, dealing with Katrina and losing everything. I have trauma of having to get a job when I was 15 because I had nobody to take care of me. I have trauma of having to have sex with older men to get taken care of because my mom and my dad wasn't there to take care of me. I can go on and on. So it's just I was traumatized by a lot. But it always made me stronger. Like in my book, because I do have a book called From Bars to Boss. And in my book, a lot of people, like, I found myself not being really soft, not, being girly girl. And I that happened because I have trauma of doing a year in jail at the age of 13 upstate. And the reason why is because I always was on defense mode. Like, you tell me the wrong thing, I want to know why you said it. I'm ready to fight. And the reason for that is because I always had to protect myself against that older cousin that I told you molested me. So yeah, I have trauma, but I don't think I let it affect my everyday life. I have trauma of my dad being in jail my whole life and looking for love in men. Like I have.
And a lot of people don't talk about that, but it shows the importance of any father being in like a boy or a girl, like, cause they have a lot of females out there actually just looking for love in the wrong places. And because, if they didn't get it at a certain ages, I'm going to say.
I just said all that, Darren, and I kind of realized something about myself. In relationships, right? When I'm in relationships, I always need a break. And I never understood why until I just said what I just said. And I don't know if you caught the part I just said.
Well, we're going to catch it in the interview.
And I do a lot of laughing to keep from crying. If y'all notice, like I got emotional a little second and then I started laughing. That's my mechanism too.
And that's trauma. Like ever talk about your cousin, but do you actually still see your cousin? I mean, to this day.
I don't. That's all in the parish. All where I told you I'm from.
Oh, so that's why you don't want to go. You don't want to see him at all.
No, I don't. I don't care for that place because that's where the trauma began. So I avoid it, and maybe I need to stop avoiding it. But what I did want to point out just now, what I noticed is the reason why I always need breaks when I'm in a relationship, and the reason why I don't always work, is because the person who I was looking for love from my whole life always took a break. My dad was always in and out of jail. So I knew he loved me with all his heart. I mean, the most important man besides God in my life. And I knew he genuinely loved me. My dad loved me. But I guess that I guess I'm traumatized with thinking that love need a break. Because he always, my dad would come home, that'll be the most happiest day of my life. And then probably a month later, he back in jail. Right. And that was consistent.
It was disappointment. For
it was
you
consistent.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about when you was young.
Nah, I joked my daddy. I joked my daddy. Like I wrote him, answered the phone, everything. So I joked him. I didn't find nothing wrong with it, and that's probably why I don't find nothing wrong with, like literally me and like I would argue with Mike probably once a month because I need that break. I wasn't trying to get there, but I'm just noticing that I probably think love need a break.
Right, but at first, me and you was in the club, but we were, it was around the time because but a lot of women I'm starting to realize actually going through this now after babies. So we was talking about postpartum. So like at first, I kind of thought had a little postpartum.
Me?
Yeah, because like a year or two ago, I think that was like a year ago. You went on Instagram and you went in.
What I did?
You posted. You're single, you need this and that. So, I kind of thought it was like a little postpartum, a different thing like that.
I don't think I ever dealt with postpartum.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think I ever dealt with postpartum.
You don't think you ever dealt with it?
That's just my opinion.
Right.
I think I dealt with real life stuff. And because I just had a baby, you would think that it was postpartum. But if you knew what happened, you would have knew that the reaction was off of real life shit, not because I just had a baby.
Gotcha. And also, you have a lot of, trauma from your past that sometimes certain things may trigger it and you might go a different way.
I shut down easy. Like I shut down quick because I don't tolerate certain things. Like I just rather exit the room because, especially now, because I would flip some shit upside down to where now, back then I didn't care. I had nothing to lose. I have too much to lose now, so I will exit the room. That's my mechanism. I laugh to keep from crying, or I just get up and walk away. Right.
And also, actually, when you have like a whole lot to lose, but it should make you move a certain way because but coming from where you come, like I don't want to go back there.
No, I don't want to go back there.
And also,
And I made God a couple of promises that I tend to keep. So
gotcha. And I gotta jump in this before we take a break a moment of this. But so speaking on your oldest child, help you steal water and everything like that. But you broke the internet with him. You ended up buying him one Cybertruck. A lot of people gave a lot of comments, and a lot of people was like, "Oh man, that's kind of dangerous getting your child that riding around here." When I talk about New Orleans, they got dangerous people.
Yeah, if I did my homework, it's a bulletproof truck.
He just got to get in it, huh?
He get in it here.
Oh.
Yeah, and most of the time when he's out, I have security with my son. So, like, he's so embarrassed when I do it, but I'm still, like, I still have the mind frame of a small country girl, So, it's like, I'm not that, when I was younger, I wasn't in a city where all the danger was at. I was in a small country town where you probably would have to worry about a rapist or, something of that nature, which that isn't good either, but everybody took care of each other. Everybody raised each other. It was really, really small. Now he's in a big city, and a lot of people know him from me. So I just felt like I need you to go to that second line with security. I need you to do this with security. All his parties have security, and it's embarrassing for him because none of his friends have that. So he'd be like, "Come on, ma, chill out with that," and I'd be like, "Boy, I'm not worried about nothing."
I need you to make it home.
I would die if you don't make it home, Jesus, Lord. That's so. when you see me showering him with so many things, it's because I want to give him a life I never had. And plus, he went through that with me. He went through the struggle with me. He went through the heartaches, the pain.
Right.
He went through watching niggas hit me, and he trying to throw something at him at the age of 5, like, don't hit my mama. So he been through some of that trauma with me. So I try to distract it a little, but I still know it's in him.
So
I still know.
and
it's
so
in him.
like but your oldest two probably be the only ones to really like kind
Bryce
of appreciate it.
Bryce don't know nothing. Bryce
That's but he don't like appreciate but the
Right.
life they live now.
Bryce was two. Bryce and Zay, my middle, because
Yeah.
Zay my oldest. Steph is my oldest. Bryce is my second. They 5 years apart. So
Yeah, they ain't gonna know.
when Zay was still in water at 5, Bryce didn't know anything. So Bryce don't know.
Yeah, but they probably don't even believe you. Like,
Everybody
man, all
know
the
him
stuff
as
we went
Steph.
through.
I call him Zay because I really wanted to name him Zay, but his dad made me name him Stephen after him. So he the only one know. The other ones was too young. They was too small. They was too small. Even when I was in jail, my Toto was 1. Bryce was 3. So they still was too young. It was always Zay that was knowledgeable.
So like, do you ever find yourself having a conversation with your son like, man, you remember this?
Yeah, me and my son. That's my friend. Like I know they say don't be your children's friend, but we got a thing. Like that's my dog. Like that's my son first, but that's my friend. Like I confide in him with some things. Sometimes some people adults wouldn't understand. Like why is she talking? He lived it. He was there. He was still in water. Don't forget. He was around when a punk ass nigga decided to hit his mama. So he's seen these things, and that's why my child don't want to be any of those things. So because he lived it.
So, Hidden Vault. Like, how did you come up with the name? They be like, what year? And actually, I'm like, inspired you to actually, come up with it?
Okay, so I had a friend that I was dealing with, a guy friend, around my house arrest days, right? I don't want to say his name. I don't want to mention his name. It's in my book, though. But anyway, I had a guy friend that he was like, Brooke, you got all these, piggying back on to when I got my followers up big, with my house name, Bodied by Brooke. So he was like, Brooke, you got all these followers. What you doing with them? And I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. I say, I sell my lashes, and I be doing hair. I say, but it just feel like the demographic is different. Like I'm selling to women, but my fan base is men. So I really don't know what to do. I just been praying on it, and I pray on everything. Like I just pray on everything, and I wait on the Lord. That's what I do. So he was like, you ever thought about doing what you represent? And I was like, what I represent? And he was like, sex. And I was like, baby, people already told me to do the OnlyFans and all that. I got children. I'm not, I'm not into that. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not selling my soul to the devil. My children gonna grow up, and I don't want them to go on and see me, their mama doing nothing sexual on the internet or just in no videos. That's off the table. And he was like, I wasn't talking about that, but go off. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. Well, what you talking about? So he was like, why don't you sell sex toys? Just do that. He said, you represent, he said, you're a vixen. You're an Instagram model. You going in that level. Everybody follow you because of your body and how sexy you is. He said, sell sex toys. And I was like, whoa. I prayed on it and God sent them, I guess, So I'm like, you're right. That's what I could do. So I started educating myself with the toys and actually going to places purchasing toys and using the toys and trying to figure out what's the best toys and, just basically overall educating myself on toys. And then I started this sex toy line, which was the same as my lash line, Keep It Cute. So I'm like, I'm going to sell these cute little purple toys. Women, I researched that women love the rabbits more. So I had Thumper. I never forget, I had Thumper, Houdini. Houdini was the one. Anyway, so I came out with those toys. So that's, to answer your question, that's how I got into it. It was a friend that's telling me to sell what I represent. And I represented sex. I was a sex symbol. And I started selling sex toys.
So, for most people who probably be, probably just watching and be hating and commenting and doubting and like, man, I don't think she make that much money doing that and all that. Like, just say, hey, like, which year actually was, hey, like, which year was actually your, best year? It was
COVID
so far.
year. What that was 2020 and 2021 was my best years. I started the business in 2019, May. By May of 2020, I made $1 million. From May to May, I made $1 million. From January of 2020 to December of 2020, I made $2 million. So 2020, I made $2 million. 2021, I made $5 million. So 2021 was my best year, and I hear a lot of business owners saying COVID time was their best year. Like a lot of people was inside spending money. My thing was everybody was trapped inside. All the couples, everybody,
Got a
what
whole
is there
lot
to
of
do
COVID
besides
babies.
eat and fuck? That's what they was doing, eating and fucking. When I tell you they got a lot of COVID babies, I am the godmother. And I tell them this all the time, like, I'm your baby godmother, because they'll come in there and say, I made that baby, this baby, I got this baby. I'm like, I'm the godmother. Yeah, that's what we do. We save relationships, and we make babies. We create babies. That's what we do.
So, hey, but you got some products, right now. So you doing like, hey, do you want to kind of, explain them?
I'm gonna show y'all what the Hidden Vault got started at. This is what we started at, and still to this day, 5 years later, this is our best sellers. This is our energy massage oils. We have an energy massage formula for men, and we also have one for women. The men is a penis massage oil. You massage it onto the penis until it's fully absorbed. And I never, ever, ever want anybody to leave out the fact that it's plant-based. It's all natural, all organic. You massage it onto the penis until it's fully absorbed. It builds stamina. It puts you in a mood for sex. And it also gives you extra girth and length during penetration. So it builds stamina, enlarges the penis, and puts you in a mood for sex. 100% natural. Females. I know a lot of females, listen, I'm one of those females. Like, I felt like, I don't need nothing. This thing get wet on its own. I don't need nothing. Like, I'm good. But I noticed the more I use it, what people really need to understand about the Hidden Vault is all about enhancing what you already have. If you understand the definition of enhance, you may have it, but it can be enhanced. It can be better. What's good can always be better. So yesterday probably was a good day for me financially, but today I need that to be better. Yesterday I had sex. It was good, but I want it to be better. I want to blow his mind. I want to wow him. So for the ladies, this is an all-natural plant-based oil that you massage onto your clitoris. You also insert it inside of your vagina. It's plant-based, no side effects. It puts you in a mood for sex. It makes you horny, puts you in the mood for sex. It tightens the vagina. A lot of people do need to tighten those walls. It makes you wetter. A lot of people came to me, Brooke, girl, I squirt now. You wouldn't know your potential until you try things that'll make it better. So this right here is our His and Hers bestseller, Energy Massage Oil and Vaginal Rejuvenation Oil for both men and women. And it changes lives. It saves relationships. It's creating babies. So this right here was our first products. This was the very first product. And then the ladies was like, and let me tell you how I get to I was being biased by selling hair, right? And toys. That was for women. Women that didn't support me, because at the time, Bodied by Brooke looked like, oh, she's a hoe. She messes with people, men. She this. I was just stereotyped as the worst woman on the planet. But I didn't get mad at that, because the perception I did give to the world was I'm a sex symbol. So, when you give a certain perception and people perceive you in a certain way, if you put it out there, go ahead and take your L or whatever comes with it. But I knew my mission. So when I came out with the Hidden Vault, I was like, I'm going to cater to who supports me, which is men. And I came out with this very product right here, the Energy Massage Oil. And then that's when the women was like, well, where our stuff at? What you going to have for us? Then I came out with this. It helps with menopause. Like, this does wonders. And still to this day is one of our most thriving products for women. So, and I know you asked, what else you asked me in this? In that?
Actually, I'm kind of like, explain all your products.
Okay, we recently came out with the honey packs. And a lot of people, they are familiar with honey packs, but what the Hidden Vault target is to set apart, to remain different. What makes you different from the next person, right? Now, with this, we was the first person in the United States of America to have, I mean, I think in the world, honestly, to have a massager oil. This was not created. You may see people now coming behind the hidden vault with this, but not very many. Honey packs, it been on the market. So what sets me apart from everybody else who sell honey packs? I notice a lot of men complain about being fatigued, their heart rate going up, the bad excruciating headaches, things. It was just, oh, it gets you hard, but you sick in the end. So I'm like, so how can I come up with a formula in the form of a honey solution that can do the job, but keep the people healthy? You know, like, I don't want you complaining about a headache. I don't want you complaining about fatigue. I don't want you to complain about any of that. So what I did was I set myself apart from every other honey company, and I created a plant-based honey. So this is infused with all plants, all herbs, and it's all natural, and it get the job done. So we got the honey pack for women. Does the same thing. It makes you wetter, makes you better, make you last longer, puts you in a mood, because a lot of women be moody, especially after, you know, postpartum and things like that. A lot of women will turn off their guy. I'm not in the mood. So this puts you in a mood, it makes it wetter, and it make things better. For men, it gives strong erections, puts you in a mood, and make you last longer in bed, and you don't have to wake up with a hangover. So yeah, and we have so many other products that we feature. I always keep my whole bag with me. I keep my whole bag.
So you got a hidden vault whole bag.
I have a hidden vault whole bag. Yes, I do.
Is that for? Is that unisex?
Yeah, it's unisex. It is. These bags are unisex. When you see a woman or a guy with this bag, just know it's on tonight. It's about to go down. So I have my wet mouth mints. These mints right here is just what it is. It you put two under the tongue, and it activates your saliva glands, makes your mouth really, really wet, and it also have a mint taste, like a cooling sensation. So when you're giving oral to him her, you giving an extra wet mouth, and you also giving a cooling sensation that activate their sensations and bring them to an orgasm really, really quick. So this is the best solution
to giving the 3000?
best. Huh?
It's that's the best solution for Gok 3000.
This is the best solution for giving the best head that a woman or a man would ever experience in their life. I guarantee you. I stand on that. You better ask my customers about them wet mouth mints. The wet mouth mints is everything, and everybody love them.
Gotcha. And so you have a brand new product now. You know you're going hard with.
Yeah. That's what you see me drinking now. It's an energy drink, and I know a lot of people. Let me just say this. A lot of people are trying to market this drink as just a sex drink. It's not that. And that's the reason why it's not a hidden vault drink. That's why it's called voltage. It's called voltage because it's more of a stimulant. It's for energy. It's infused with vitamins. It is a lifestyle drink, basically. And because for women, we talked about the menopause, we talked about the postpartum, we talk about things like that. And a lot of reason why women deal with postpartum, menopause, things like that is because of their hormone levels. A lot of women go to certain doctors and buy pellets. So what I would say this is it's pellets in a can. You have your estrogen booster, you have your progesterone booster, you have your vitamins, you have your what is it for energy? You have your B12, you have your libido booster, and let me tell you, a lot of people don't understand estrogen is a sexual stimulant hormone. So if we boosting that, now mind you, it's for other things, but we're boosting it. So of course you're gonna get wet. Of course you're gonna get horny. That's just a side effect, girl. It's not a sex drink, but the side effects will make you think that. But it also, it gives energy. Like if you're working all day and you need some energy, if you got to drive a long, distance and you need energy, if you just need to stay up at night, you need energy. It's caffeine free, and guess what? We stand by it being all natural, no artificial flavors. It's just a bomb. And for men, we also have a male formula. It's the same thing. It boosts testosterone. If you know, you know. Men who go low on the testosterone, they get tired, they get weak, they get moody. So we trying to boost that. But if you know, you know. That's also a sexual male hormone. So if we boosting this, of course he's gonna get an erection, you know, all that side effects, you know. Of course he's gonna get horny, you know, that type of stuff.
And so
but it's really just energy drinks.
And so, like, if you're in a club in a male, you gonna dance all night with your woman, then you're gonna have sex all night.
Yeah, you'll be able to go all night because the side effect of boosting testosterone is a hard-on, it is stamina, it is energy, it's all those great things. So if you're drinking this in a club, be prepared to have a good night, a really good night. I'm saying all night.
Gotcha.
And you'll stay up because it's also an energy drink.
Gotcha. So, you know, I'm gonna bring it back, you know. But I interviewed this girl like probably a few months ago, and you comment on it, and like I saw like a lot of people, you know, going back at you. You know, me and this girl were talking about, you know, with the BBL, you know, like, you know, so many women actually get it for certain reasons because they're trying to get a certain type of man or different things.
Was yours?
Like,
I
yeah.
thought Graham posted that.
No, I actually put that interview out. It was with the girl.
You
Benino,
did?
we did the interview. I just don't show my face.
Okay, that was attacking
yeah,
me.
Benina, they were attacking
okay.
you. Yeah,
there was.
That's my interview. But so basically, how do you feel about, you know, the whole BBL, everything, like you know, if for women who like, you know, thinking about going get it, if for women who think it's gonna change their life, or, you know, etc. Like, and also, how did it actually change, you know, but the way you felt and like how you you know, went about living life, you know.
Well, it have its pros and its cons. And I'm going to start off by saying to any woman, to any female, if you feel like you need to enhance a certain area that you don't like about yourself, by any means, do it. And don't let anyone steer you in a direction that you don't want to go in. If you feel like that's the best option for you and you feel like it's a life changer for you, I give you my blessing. I say go ahead and do it. But what I will say, because I had it done several times, it comes with a lot. It comes with, like one time my implants rejected. And I had like a big hole in my breast. And I had to get the implants out and wait months of no breast. Well, one implant I had, one I didn't. So I was wearing like a pad in one side of my bra just to make it look like I have two implants. So it comes with rejection, it comes with scars, it comes with other insecurities. Like you probably, for instance, you probably was insecure before because you had saggy boobs, right? That was my insecurity. After the babies, I had saggy boobs. So my insecurity was I want to lift them up. I want them to be full. But then it comes with the insecurity of scars. So you still gonna be insecure in a way. I do want to point that out because some people, you know, you look at us in our clothes and you just be like, oh, wow, I want that done. But I want you to know what comes behind it. By any means, if this is what you want done, don't let me stop you. Don't let anybody stop you. But you're going to go from one insecurity to the next. My thing was I really didn't care because I'm a tattoo fanatic. I love tattoos. So whatever scar I get, I'll cover it up with a tattoo. It works for me. Now I'm good. But when I commented on that video, it was people saying that most people do it for men, most people do it for insecurities. Of course, everybody have an insecurity. Of course, somebody probably want to do it's okay if you cook for a man, it's because you're trying to please him. So whatever way you're trying to please a man, who am I to judge? If you went and got your body done, now see me, I didn't get my body done for a man. I got my body done because I wanted to change. I was on my hustle shit, and I knew I wanted to be the face of anything that I came out with. So I knew that and I had the money. Let's start that. That was when I was selling drugs, and I had the money that wasn't nothing. I'm going to get my body done. I'm done having kids. I don't have a man. I'm about to put myself back out there. I want to be a model. I can't be a model like this. So I did it for myself. And I think what I would recommend to the ladies, if you're going to do it for yourself. Don't do it for nobody else because you will get disappointed in the end if you do that work for someone else and he's still not pleasing. Because they do have girls on every corner with nice bodies. They have girls on every corner with a BBL. They have girls on every corner with nice boobs. So if you're going to do it for yourself. And the reason why I commented that it changed my life, because it did. before I got my body done, I was just a regular, degular girl that did not have any confidence. I was a single parent. I felt like my body, the kids, stretching my body out. I didn't have the same shape. I couldn't get certain things done. I did a photo shoot with Dell before I got my body done. And it was a lot of edits, a lot of blurs, a lot of things going on that I didn't like, and I wish I was able to take that same picture without him trying to lift up my breast, without him trying to stick my butt out, without him trying to make my stomach flat, without him blurring out the stretch marks on my stomach. So for me, it's like, if I want to be a model, I need to take care of that. If I want, and you gotta understand what I'm saying. The key thing, if I want. So I did it for me, and it changed my life, because once I built up my confidence after the surgery, I started doing photo shoots. I became Bodied by Brooke. That's why I got my name. I had a body. My name is Brooke. I'm Bodied by Brooke. And that's when I put myself out there more. That's when people noticed me more. That's when people respected me more. I can't speak for a regular person that just went and got their body done and sitting inside, still eating and not doing anything with it, but I had a plan all along. When I get my body done, I'm going to do something about it. So it was more of an investment for me. I invested in my body so I could show it. And when I showed it, I got mad love, and then that turned into me hosting clubs. Then it went from me doing photo shoots, and went from me getting my Instagram followers up to promoting other people's businesses to me owning a multi-million-dollar company. So it worked for me. And
I'm actually, with that being said, can you say now that you know for sure that sex sells?
Sex sells. Listen, the economy is bad right now, and sex still selling. Everybody's seen a decline. I don't care who you are. Everybody's seen a decline in their business, including me. But you are a lucky son of a bitch if your business is still open right now, because it's that bad, right? So with me, people, they still need to enhance. They still need to get aroused. They still need that. Sex sells. It does sell.
Hey, but even a broke person, if
a
still got to
person
masturbate,
going to buy condoms.
they still got to masturbate, or they still gonna go with their move.
They gotta go with their move. They gotta go with their move. And you know how and the thing about the Hidden Vault, these drops $29.99. You don't have to choose between this and your light bill. You don't have to, a lot of people stop getting this because it's a choice. Do you want to pay your car note, or do you want to go buy a bag? That's understandable. But this, you can get both for, I want to say, $54.99. You don't have to choose between your bills and this. So you can still get aroused, you can still get enhanced, you can still get erections, you can still get wet, and you can still pay their light bill. So you can still have sex in the light. You can. So sex sell. Yeah, I said.
Hey, but you don't have to have sex with the lights on. You can turn.
You can turn them off. But you're already gonna build up a sweat. At least have the air conditioner on.
But if your lights get cut off, you can still buy that.
You can, but when the lights get off, the AC goes off too.
And we
don't want no hot, sweaty sex. And then the hot water go off too. A lot of things is controlled by the lights, so you have to keep them lights on.
It was very important.
It's too important.
Gotcha.
It's too, and you gotta wash off after sex. You got a lot to do. And speaking of that, for the ladies, I have, keep it in my whole bag, the vaginal soap. Keep your pH balanced. After sex, make sure you clean yourself with the Vault Bar. This is a Yanni soap that's infused with natural herbs and plants, and it's made to keep that pH balance. So you gotta have the hot water for that.
Gotcha. So, what's your advice to a younger female that's watching this interview right now and thinking about following? I'm behind you, in the same footsteps as you.
If I could do it, why not you? If I could do it, listen. I am a girl, and I explain that a lot. I'm very transparent. I did not come. I'm a high school dropout. I did not get my my high school diploma. I even went for the GED and dropped out of that. I'm not a college graduate. I learned as I go. I don't have any, special things to me besides I'm a firm believer in God and I keep Him first. But if you can see a high school dropout, and I'm not motivating or encouraging you to become a high school dropout because I wouldn't even encourage that to my children. But if I could do it, why not you? If I could be a multimillionaire with a successful business, why not you? So to any young girl that's watching this, I say follow your dreams, speak over yourself, encourage yourself, stay consistent, never give up, and there's nothing, when I tell you nothing you can't do, there's nothing you can't do. God gave us all 24 hours. We all have our senses, the 5 senses that he gave us. Use them, stay consistent, and remember, who am I? If I could do it, you could do it. So that's for every young girl. That's even for young guys. I don't want to be biased, not just for women. It's also for men. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing. The sky is not the limit. I started saying that too. You know, it used to be the sky is the limit. Like, there's no limit to what you can do. Just do it.
Facts. Gotcha. So, I'm like, what's next for you?
What's next is right now I'm working on these drinks. Of course, I'm always investing in real estate. I'm always putting my all into my business. I do have 2 other businesses that I'm working on that I do not want to speak about right now. But there are service-based businesses, so that's what I'm working on. I'm working on love, I'm working on friendships, I'm working on peace, I'm working on happiness, and I'm working on building my relationship with God. I'm working on my kids. So what's next for me is just whatever's up. I'm just, I'm just steady climbing the ladder. So yeah, I'm really working on making this worldwide voltage because this drink has to be, it has to be heard about. It has to be, it has to. You have to taste it. You have to experience it. It has to be experienced by every individual. So that's what I'm working on. I'm behind the scenes working on some other businesses, helping my son with his skincare line, because he's gonna be a boss, my firstborn. So basically, just the sky's the limit. God sends things to me, and he talks to me often. And as he sends them to me, I go after them.
Last but not least, tell the world. I'm like, actually, I'm like, what can they find you at, and also about your products?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Bodied by Brooke, Facebook Brooke Jones, TikTok I am Bodied by Brooke. Or on Earhart, 7901 Earhart Boulevard is where my brick and mortar, my store is, the Hidden Vault. We sell all these good products. You also could find all these products on thehiddenvault.com, voltage.com. Yeah, I just be around. Just stay tuned. Watch my Instagram posts or any of my platforms, and I will definitely keep you in tune with what I'm doing and what I have going on.
All right. Hey, but all right, we done.
All right, peace.